In this lesson we're going to look at the chemical tests for water. Now these tests make use of the fact that certain salts contain something called water of crystallization, and this water of crystallization causes the salt to change colour. So the first salt we're going to look at is anhydrous copper 2 sulfate, so that's CuSO4, and anhydrous copper sulfate is a white crystalline powder. Anhydrous means without water, so this is the copper sulfate without the water of crystallization. So let's imagine we've got some liquid here that I think it might be water, so I'm going to test it. I'm going to take a pipette and take a small sample, and then I'm going to add a couple of drops of the liquid to the anhydrous copper sulfate. What will happen is, if this is water, then the water will be absorbed into the crystalline structure of the copper sulfate and cause it to change colour. And it's changing colour because water of crystallization is now entering into the lattice structure of the copper sulfate. And this is the colour of copper sulfate that you're familiar with, and its proper chemical name is CuSO4, and then we put a dot here, and then it's 5H2O. So for every unit of copper sulfate in the structure, there are 5 molecules of water attached to it. This is called the water of crystallization, and the proper chemical name for this is hydrated copper 2 sulfate. Now, another very common substance used for testing the presence of water in exactly the same way is a substance called cobalt chloride. And so in its anhydrous form, cobalt chloride is this light blue crystalline powder. Let's just write this, anhydrous, and then cobalt chloride CoCl2. Okay, so that's the cobalt chloride without the water of crystallization. We carry out the test adding a few drops of water to the anhydrous. The water of crystallization gets absorbed into the lattice structure again, and the light blue crystal becomes this deep pinky purpley colour. Alright, so there we go. There we see that the light blue crystal changes colour, and this indicates the presence of water. Okay, so the purple crystal here is hydrated cobalt chloride, and this has 6 molecules of water for every cobalt chloride unit in the lattice structure. Now you can also buy commercial cobalt chloride test paper, which is this light blue colour, and occasionally you have, if it's left around in the laboratory, you have to dry it out before you use it so that it goes blue, because water will tend to get absorbed into it from the atmosphere and cause it to go a pinky colour. So you need to make sure that it's dry, right, before you use it, and then you can use this test paper to test for the presence of water or water vapour, for example. And water vapour again will get absorbed by the anhydrous cobalt chloride and form the hydrated cobalt chloride, which will cause the cobalt chloride paper to go a pinky colour. And in the presence of water or water vapour or humidity, if you like, the cobalt chloride paper will go this pink colour. Okay, so those are the tests for water.